Here, I hope it is. So, as you all know, this is Android Study Jams, and if you are a new beginner in programming, don't worry, we got your back. We're gonna study everything together. And if you already know about programming, that's also good. There are some other new information that you're gonna learn about mobile app in today's session. And moving on. So I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Moral, and I'm the first presenter for today. And next presenter will be Hong Yan. He's going to continue the session after me. And lastly, it's Hafiz. So moving on. Let's see what are the prerequisites for today's session. So we need a little bit of basic computer literacy and basic math skills. Math is always in our life everywhere. So, and computer in headphones, internet connection, which obviously we all have it since it's online session. And lastly, which is optional, is Android device and USB cable. Which don't worry, if you are an iPhone user, you're going to be fine. You're going to have your virtual Android device later on. You see in this session. Okay, so guys, if you are having any question, you can ask it in chat section. We'll go back to it later. Okay, before diving into the content, I would like you guys to spend some time on these 3 questions and answer them. And if you would like to share them in chat, that will be so great, and we discuss and we'll get to know each other more. So first of all, why are you here, and what are your goals, and how do you plan to achieve them? So I will give you guys 2 to 3 minutes to think of it, and then share your answers in chat. I would like to see your answers. Someone asked about myself. Yes, I am Iranian, but yeah. I'm waiting, guys, for your answer if anyone wants to share about what your goal and how you want to achieve them. Anyone, I will be happy to see you guys answering. I want to know about, so Daniel is saying, because I want to know how to code in another language apart from Java and Python. So, and your goal is obviously learning Android app, right? Okay, Daniel, how would you want to achieve your goal? How would you plan it? Like, I'm sure that everyone, the newer or the programmer, developer, will always saying, oh my God, programming is a headache, errors and stuff. But obviously, like, some people might know it, and this is their plan to practice to learn more. And yeah, be a good programmer, code every day. Yeah, nice. Yeah, that's really nice. So thank you guys for sharing. We're gonna continue on our slide. Let's and make sure that you have your answer in your mind. We're gonna come back to it at the very end of the session. So speaking of, we were just talking about our goals, right? So the objective of this Android Study Jam is you're going to be able to build your first Android apps. You're going to set up your Android Studio on your computer, and we're going to learn some basics of Kotlin programming language. And at the very end, since with all of these 3 were in the right path, we're going to have some good resources to continue our own learning. So today's schedule, I would like you guys to know about today's schedule. So we're doing a little bit of introduction and presentation, which we're doing it right now. And we're gonna dive into the content, which is pathway, and after each pathway, we're gonna have quizzes. If you don't know about what is a pathway, don't worry. I'm gonna get to the instruction of this study jam later up after this. So we're gonna have a little of break, and and then we're gonna complete pathway 2, and we're gonna have a quiz again, and we're gonna earn our badges into our developer profile, and we close the session, and you get the chance to celebrate what we achieved in today's session. I hope we're gonna have very productive hours and happy hours together. So moving on with the structure of this study jam. So this is the website that we're gonna share you later on. This is provided by the Google developer for free for us to start our learning. And this is unit 1, which is good for who are new beginner to programming, and it's gonna contain 4 pathways inside this unit, as you see here. So inside this unit 1, we're having 4 pathways. These are pathways, and each pathways are having at least 4 activities or 4 tracks. And some of them, they're videos and optional. If you would like to see them, you can do it at your own pace. And some of the activities requires you to code, and it's going to be, if you see, they call it Code Lab. And later on, when we share the website with you guys, you're going to be able to see it. And at the very end of completing each pathway, there is a quiz. After completing the quiz correctly, you're going to earn a badge automatically into your developer profile. And your developer profile, it's going to look like something like this. And I'm going to show you guys how to earn your badges at the very end. Don't worry about it for now. And we're going to start with the main part of this study jam. So a little of concepts and terminologies. So before starting going to what is a program, what is languages in programming, I want you to guys know, because since it's more specifically for app development, I would like to share some of terminologies in app development. So generally, we're dividing app development, mobile apps type, into 3 groups. One is native, the second is web application, and third is a hybrid application. So a native application, talking about native applications. So why they call it native? Imagine a person from a particular country, and they're speaking their own specific language, right? And you're going to call this person a native speaker of that country. So now imagine our mobile app, our mobile, which is the environment, is the operating system going on into your app, into your mobile. And the apps are those people who are speaking in that specific environment language. So for example, we're gonna build our Android app. So the environment, the operating system in your mobile device is Android, and the app is gonna be built or speaking in either Java or Kotlin. So you can develop your native app in Android devices in Java or Kotlin, which later on we're gonna see why we choose Kotlin for now. And second group is web application. Web applications are working mostly on the user browser. That's why they're web app. And the third group is hybrid app, which has some of the functionality of native app and some functionality of web app. So, but our focus right now is on native apps because we're developing Android application with Android Studio using Kotlin language. So, and why native app compared to the other groups? So, native apps offer you speed, it's more secure, and they work offline. And since they're developed particular for a device, you're gonna have the liberty to use the features that they're present on the device, such as camera, contact list, GPS, and Bluetooth. So I hope till now it's clear about you guys are clear about terminologies in mobile app. Moving on further to the today's course structure. So the first pathway, you're gonna learn about basic syntax of Kotlin programming. And I'm gonna tell you guys why we choose Kotlin. So Kotlin is very new compared to Java, and it's among developer, it's so famous to help developer to be more productive. Why? Why is that the case? So it's because you're gonna it's less error prone, which means you're not gonna run into a lot of errors. And syntax is way shorter than Java, so it's gonna save you more time. And it's really advisable for who are starting their programming, developing their own mobile app to start with Kotlin. In this pathway one, while you're learning your coding in Kotlin, you have to practice, obviously. So where do you practice is in Kotlin Playground. So, and this playground, it's gonna be available to you throughout the pathway, and you're gonna practice and play around with the codes that is given there for you to practice. And moving on to pathway 2. We're gonna get the chance to install Android Studio. We're gonna do it together, don't worry. And okay, who are Android user? Don't worry, if you don't have a device to run your app into a physical phone, you're gonna have this virtual Android device on your PC that it's gonna be installed with Android Studio, and they call it Android Emulator. So and that's enough of talk. Let's get going through the contents in the website, and Yen is gonna continue the session with you guys.
Okay, hello. Hear me? Okay, right. Thank you, Maral, for the introduction for this Kotlin Study Jam and also about Kotlin. So right now I'll share my screen. Right. So in this pathway 1, so at first I want to clarify some terminology first. Like you can see there's 2 units here. So these are called unit. You can see there's 2 units. And then these 4 and these 2 are called pathway. So inside every pathway, like what we are going to do together now, this is pathway 1. And then inside pathway 1, we got these 4 activity. So I will call it as activity. So this whole 4 thing here consists, they together made up a pathway, and then we got 4 pathway in unit 1. So right now, we just go straight into this pathway 1 and then this 4 thing here. So inside every pathway, we will got like some optional video. Here we got 2 videos, and then the 3rd and 4th for this one, this is the code lab. Code lab, you can see like they are like tutorials for you to follow. They are just like words and then codes. And then the last one, after the video and the tutorial, at last you will have a quiz. So if you want to get the badge, you need to like sign in your Google account, and then you just need to complete the quiz, just like pass around 70, 75, or maybe 80 marks of the boundary like that, and then you can claim your badge. So it's just easy as that. And then for this pathway one, the video, for me, the video you can watch yourself. It's just about like introduction for Kotlin, and then what we are going to learn in this pathway. I think Mara also covered it, most of it, if not all. So for the second, it's also the same, just the video. I guess later you can also watch it. So I will just go straight into this third one. So I encourage you all to go to the link I've pasted just now, and then dive in together. If not, watching me together, you also can maybe do together with me. And then if some question, maybe you can ask in the chat room also. And if I see a reply, yeah. So we go straight into this, write your first program in Kotlin. Let's go. So before you begin, of course, I think this prerequisite, I guess you all already fulfill, like the internet access, or else you can't join this event also, and computer. So just easy, go next. And then first program, yeah, that's the thing comes interesting at first. So you just go to this playground. I will paste in here also. Yeah, this is the playground that mentioned by Maro just now. And you can see here, there is some words, and then this is the code editor that is used to edit. You can edit the code, and then you can just click this button to run. So if I click this, as you can see, just easy as that, you'll print hello world. So to explain about this, I guess most of you have learned like Java maybe in your first year, or most of you, I guess you already have some knowledge about programming. At least you are in the first year, I think, most of you. So, but the syntax here is actually a bit different, but the concept is actually more or less the same as Java, I can say. Because this fun, I guess some of you may already learn some function or methods in Java. So the fun here actually means function. Like they just call it the function. What's the use of function? It's used to, like when you are building your apps, if you want to write some parts of codes, and then you can use the function. So after that, if you want to reuse this block of this part of code, you just call this again and again. So function is used to, like, you can reuse it as many times as you can when you are building your apps. So the fun means function. Maybe they mean that learning Kotlin is fun, so they use fun as the alias for function. And then this is the main method, as you guys already know also, most of you. The main method is when we are executing the program will start to find this main method also, and then followed by the bracket here, and then the curly bracket, and then below this you've got print line. If you see Java syntax is system.out.print or system.out.print line, but in Kotlin it's a bit simpler, just print line or print, and then it just print, and then inside you got this represent the string, and then inside you got your text you want to print. So this is just very simple. Since this is the first week for Study Jam, yeah, things really is still simple. So this is the hello world program. If you can click, you just get the output. Yeah, so basically we just run our first program in Kotlin. Yeah, just like this. Okay, no question yet. Okay, this is just modify your program. This thing basically, as you guys can see here, most of the things here I just covered just now, like the use of main or what, or the print line, what is it do. fine. So just change the word to birthday if according to this. They want birthday, then there's no happy birthday, right? Birthday. Yeah, happy birthday. Happy birthday to who is in December. Yeah. So just next. And then yeah, things come a bit complicated, but it's still very easy. You just print many lines. You can see here, print line, print line, print line, and then inside the text, and then we got the quotes, double quotes. You just write and then you just print out this thing. Still very easy. And then this part dealing with errors, like if the string part, if you do not include this one, they will cause you an error. Like if you write and then the syntax is wrong, like maybe you forget the double quotes and then you run it. It will cause like the red thing here. It will output the red thing. So the red in programming basically means bad thing. And then just so to solve this, just put back this double quote, just run. Yeah, and then you got your output. And then this without double quotes actually means variable. And then what is variable? I will cover this later with you guys. Yeah, and then so basically this is just show you how the error will looks like. And then maybe if you can see what's the error, you can probably find a way to fix it. Yeah, so just next. So for this activity, it's just basically very easy. It just all your program, when before you run, you have to have a main method so that the program can first find the main method and then start to execute it line by line inside the main method. And then you want to print, you just use print or print line. And then the text you want to print, you put in double quotes, and then print line to print multiple line, you just repeat it. And then later we will see like a way how we can repeat the things. We are not just like print line, print line, print line every time. We just use some way to repeat the things we want to print. And then errors are marked red. Red means danger. Red means bad thing in programming. Yeah, and then there's a message here. So basically next. So if you want to learn more, this is the link. If you click the link just now, and then if you are following me, if you come to this page, you can click it yourself also. Like for example, this one is the vocabulary involved for Kotlin programming language and also maybe for Android development. If you are free, I encourage you to search for this thing also. Like you can improve your terminologies and understanding about Android development in Kotlin. Yeah. So practice on your own. But I think I'll just explain to you about this. Basically, yeah, you see there's some new thing here. Why can this thing nothing here? And then what does this mean? Yeah, just as you know, fun main, so they execute it. And then print line, no line break, they just print. And then why there's a empty line here? Because after they print line break, you see there's a ln here. So after they print out, they'll skip to the next line, and then they will start to execute this. But this is nothing here. So they just empty string, they just print the empty string, and then there's another print line here. So they skip to the next line again, and then they continue to print it until they print until this part. When you see this backslash, actually backslash in Java or Kotlin, if followed by some letter like N or T, they means like the escape character. This is the escape character, the backslash. So basically, if backslash, if you combine it with N, it basically means new line. So after they print to this part, they skip to the new line, and then the space here basically means this space here. Yeah, and then so print out the break. So basically, this covers the whole activity for this pathway. Just the main thing here is just the \n. If you want, you can try yourself, like what is \, for example, \t. Yeah, \t means basically is a tab. Yeah, if you can also combine it like this. Yeah, you will skip to some parts. Yeah. So for this activity, just like this. So it's done. For this third activity, we have fourth activity and a quiz left. So yeah, if you all have any question, just point out. And then if I'll see, I'll maybe try to help you to solve your inquiries. Yeah. If you are not, I guess all still good because we still early at our today session, just 30 minutes. So the fourth activity here. Yeah, look at the first one. What we will build. A short program that you can use to print birthday message. Text-based picture of cake. Okay, cake. Okay, you got banner, birthday message. Okay, just next. Oh, birthday message. So yeah, I already opened this. They just basically, this one, they just want you to print. Oh, this one. This one is still the print yet. Yeah, the print yet. Let's just see first. And then, yeah, this one just print. And then add a birthday cake. Yeah, this part is the interesting part. Like for you who are creative and then you want to maybe spend your time figuring out how to like input some punctuation and symbol and combine them to become a cake like this, you can try it. But for me, I just look at this. I just look at this and then print line. Yeah, I'll just copy paste this. If you want to train your creativity, you can actually think of this. But for now, I just print line for this. It's just a cake. And then this is the print the new line thing. Yeah, we come to a new thing again here. Yeah, so what does this double slash mean? Double forward slash. This actually means you can see the color is different. So this basically means comment. Like below you can see, let's print a cake. Basically comment is used to like, for you to understand your code better, or for others who is reviewing your code later, maybe you send to someone and then they will look through your code. If you do not include this line, and then you maybe combine it or print line like this, they will maybe see happy birthday, Robert. And then maybe their eyes are not very good. They do not understand what is this thing. So they'll ask you, what is this all about? What is this symbol means? Yeah. But if you include, let's print a cake. Yeah. So they'll see, let's print a cake. Oh, this thing is a cake. Okay. So they understand. Yeah, that's the function of a command. They just for you and the others who is looking at your code to understand. Maybe if after some time, like you are doing this programming activity or challenge, like one day, and then after 1 week you come back again, if you do not write a comment, you will not understand about what are you doing. So this is the function of command. You can just look at the command and understand all these things. So this print and empty line here. Yeah, it's just like this, or print line and comment. Okay, variables. Variable, this is a new thing here. Like when declaring variables in Kotlin, it's actually a bit simple. Like it's different from maybe Java. Like you must use maybe string or int in, or maybe double when you're declaring this. Actually, for Kotlin, you can just use VAL. At first, we just use VAL for now. this is the keyword in Kotlin VL, which means like after the VL, if you write maybe this is the age, actually the age means variable, like, and then equal, if you write equals to 5, this means here the age is a variable that is serve as a container that actually contains this kind of thing. Yeah, it's just like maybe it contains something, and then after when you want to maybe use this variable, use this thing here, you can use in Kotlin, you just use like special symbol. Later I'll tell you what's the symbol, and then you just use the symbol and then include this variable to output what's the thing you want. So you can see here the symbol is this. So for just now you are already 5, but this thing here they use this, you are already this $sign and then opening curly braces and then closing curly braces, and then inside this thing here, this, it stands for like reusing the variable that you declared just now. So just now they declare and initialize this as val age equals to 5. So when the program see this, the age inside the 5 will be substituted into this kind of thing. So when they output it, yeah, don't forget to declare, yeah. Yeah, you can see, yeah, just now the val age is equal to 5, and then you just print it out. You are already 5. They're just like substituting the what is containing inside this variable and then just output it. Basically, this is the use of variable. And then this is still the same. 5 is the very best age to celebrate. And then you can also involve some operators like maybe times. Like if I use like this, already, yeah. Maybe you want to output it, the days, how many days that he or she has lived for now, you just output it. Yeah, you're already so many days years old. Yeah, so many days old. So this is basically just the use of variable. Okay, no question yet. So the next thing, yeah, if you use this val, besides just now, this is a numeric, or you can say it's an integer number. This one, they just use a string. You can use a string also. And then it's basically the same thing. You put the name of the variable inside this symbol here, and then you just substitute it. And then you output happy birthday, and then happy birthday, comma, rover. Yeah, just like this. And then you can also combine these two here. So you are already 100 something days old, and then comma rover. Yeah. So this is just the complete code for this. You can try it out now, or just go and explore more later. You just include variables, and then include how do you use variable to like print out more different things. So this is for this third challenge here. So the next part, we come to a banner. You see, the Google developers use all these equal sign as a banner. Okay, I copy this first. Yeah, they just print out like this. Then you can see here. Yeah, just now I said that the main is just a method or function, and then you can also have different name for this function. The main function is just the first starting point that your app looks for when you start executing your program. So if you define another fun and then another name for this function, you can include some instruction for this function also to enable you to reuse this function, as I said just now, and then you can use it inside your where do you want to use it. and then you just output it, like the thing that you include in your function. They'll just execute and reuse the thing inside your function. So later we'll dive deeper into this. So I just use this to explain. Let's see what the result first. Yeah, this is basically the just now the all the print line thing. But this thing, they use the function instead of all print line. So they use the print border. Print border, this one, make sure you spell all the same as the function. If you want to use this function, like you cannot have a letter, or maybe the case is different. So the thing will gone. You will cause an error. So if you want to use the function, you have to make sure all this thing is the same. And then you include with a bracket also. So this thing, basically, when it start in the main function here, you will go to the print border. You call the print border, the program will look, what is inside the print border? What am I going to do? So inside print border, they say print line, this thing here. So when they call this, they will just print this thing here, because the program is calling this function, and then the function is doing this kind of action. So it will just do this thing here, you just perform this thing here and output it. And then after this, you got print line again, and then you call it again. Yeah, this is the advantage of function. I tell you just now, this is you can reuse the code, print border, how many times. But normally for border, we just need to. So we enclose it with this text. So like this is the border or the banner. Yeah. So it's just like this, the function. And then when you call it, the inside the code of this function, it will be run. Okay, for Kotlin, the static reserve keyword for now, basically we do not use too much static at the first, and then, but it actually does not have a static member for this class, as you can see here. Yeah, but because basically for now, in Kotlin, basically we will not use that kind of static thing too much like Java. And then after this, for this one, if after this we are going to what this is, this is repeat. Yeah, so function print border. Okay, let's explore this together. Print border. Yeah, this is the new thing here. This is the repeat. Let's execute first. So yeah, the print border, so it will basically include the print border here, and then what inside print border you execute. Like inside print border, we got this repeat. So repeat, this one is the function. It's the type of function in Kotlin that you can use like instead a for loop. So inside this, you can include how many times you want to repeat. So, and then they just, how many times you want to repeat, they just repeat 23 times of print this equal. So they will print this 23 times. And then after that, they just execute this and then execute this print border again. Yeah, but this one, you need to be careful that this print here, they does not go to the next line. The go to the next line thing is this one. Just they go to the next line and then they print this again and then go to the next line and then print out the 23 times again and then print line again. So this is like this. This is the one of the way you can use repeat. One of the way you can use instead of a for loop in Java, as you know, is repeat. In Kotlin, you can use repeat. This is a different thing than Java. So the other one, this one is just include the variable, and then this one Why they got an error here? Because just now the print border here does not have anything here. Anything here inside, they call it an argument. So you do not have any argument or parameter left. But if you include this, it will cause an error. So to overcome this problem, inside you need to have, for the print border, you need to have this thing here. And then they declare it as a string type. So if you exclude this, you can basically substitute maybe a number also can. But if they include a string type, you can just substitute it with a string. As you can see, this is a string, so this is allowed. But if this one is an integer, it will not allow. Yeah, because you already mentioned it must be a string. So basically what they do is just the same. They just replace this with a % sign. And then things go a little bit complicated here. So this one, let's just use this. Print border. They use this one as a border for now. And then you got time to repeat. So basically what they are going to show is inside a function, you can have 2 arguments. Basically, inside a function, you can have 0 or just unlimited numbers of arguments. This one, they use 2, and then the first one is string, second one is integer. So you need to follow the order, like this one is string, yeah, and then this one is integer, the time to repeat. Basically, what it means is they just repeat this block here. They say repeat this 4 times. So they will just print out this 4 times and then just go to execute this line of code. And then the same thing happen again 4 times. So this is a little bit more complicated, but actually not very complicated also, yeah. So this is all about the function and loops. Then for next one, I just jump to some interesting part. Like you can see the candle. Okay, just go next. We just see the solution code. Because for this one, they just ask you to print cake with candle with use of all function, variables, and those things, the loop that we learned just now. Basically, if you want to print out something like this, if you do not want to use print line, it just like make you just all print line and make you look very unprofessional. You can use function to do so also. So actually for this case, if you can see, if you are solving a programming challenge, you actually most of the time you have to break it down. Like a challenge is a whole big thing, but if you want, you have to break it down into small parts before you can start to solve. Like in this case, you want to print a cake, you can divide it like at first you just print the candle, and then later you print the cake top and cake bottom. This is the cake top, this is the cake bottom. And then after this, you tackle it one by one. So each one you give a function and then give the necessary argument inside. And then you just try to figure out. So this is divide part by part when you are solving programming challenge. This is very useful. You have to divide a complicated problem into smaller parts. So it is the process of solving your problem, hopefully. Yeah. So this one, they print the cake candle, but if you can, as you can see here, the first one supposed to be blank, right? Because you don't want, you put the candle at the side, right? So if you want to achieve this beauty, you can actually print this blank space here and then just repeat the thing, repeat to see. Yeah, this is the age, stands for how many years old you are, and then just print, and then you print the space again for this side. Yeah. And then for kick top, this one +2, it actually means because you need to include this 1 and 2. So they just +2. And then they do not have this one, the blank space here. So they just print out normally. And then this one is also the +2. They just print out normally. And then here they got repeat inside a repeat. So they basically layers for every layers. You repeat the same number of here for every layers. So you can also have nested loop. For this case, repeat inside repeat. So basically, after you tackle it out, you put it inside the main function here, and then so the candle top, bottom, you print out one by one, and then you get your output. So it's basically like this for this challenge. Troubleshoot. If you have problem, just reload. So for summary, for this activity, you just use this one, this is a symbol here. It may be look very strange for you, but it actually exists in Kotlin. Yeah, you can actually use this to put inside your string of text to include the variables. And then you can create a variable using the val, val. Actually, you got another type like var or maybe const, like const, const means constant. So like var, the other type of var, for example, is you can reinitialize, mean like you just now use val and then the name of the variable equals to something. If you use var, you can actually like reinitialize again. Like I use var age equal to 5, and then you can actually initialize it again, like age equals to h plus 1, like that. But so if you use like const or maybe val, it actually doesn't allow you to do this. Yeah. Then string, include the double quote in integer, and then the inside here you can have any number of argument, and then print. Repeat is a type of loop. It's basically, yeah, it's just like this. So here's the resources to learn more. It's quite simple actually. If you want to dive deep more, you can go to Google search or go to the resources just now. So for this thing here, I guess most of this is answer, right? Kotlin able to do this simple divide. Okay, I guess that's answer, right? So we can actually dive next. If you do not have any question, so for this one, just let's move to the quiz. Yeah, quiz. Basically, what you see also just now, you have to get, you no need to get all correct actually, but if you maybe get like for this kind of question, 6 question, I think if you wrong one question, you still can pass for this halfway. I guess it's like this. Yeah, but we'll do all this together. Hopefully we'll get all correct. Okay, so what's the program? This one just now I've not discussed together with you, right? What's the program? Specific task, a tool that you can write, a series of instructions. What do you guys think? Any answer? For me, I will guess it's a series of instruction, right? I guess it's a series of instruction. From what I have understand, a program is basically what you instruct the computer, the system to do. So you give them some like command, and then the computer will execute it based on your command, based on your instruction, and then they just execute it to Here they say to accomplish some action. So basically, this is you want to perform some action, but you actually cannot do it yourself. Maybe just you write this whole bunch of code and then give instruction to a computer. Hopefully, it can help you to solve to accomplish some action. So for me, I will go with this. Yeah, most of you say C. Yeah. So we'll see if this is correct or not. And then for the next question, which keyword do you use to define a function in Kotlin? Just now, I'm sure you all can answer, right? It's not main. Define a function is not a main. Definitely is this. It's fun. Kotlin is fun. Yeah. So the next one, this comes the interesting part, the checkbox. So basically the checkbox, maybe if you must tick all perfectly. Like if you last one, you check one checkbox less, you'll get it wrong. You must tick all perfectly. So let's see. Which of the following do you need to create a Kotlin program that print a line of text? Yeah. Look carefully. Create a Kotlin program that prints a line of text. So the first one, a comment describing what you're doing. So do you really need comment when you are creating Kotlin program to print this line of text? For me, I actually guess we actually no need comment, because comment is just like you're documenting stuff. You want to understand more about your code when you revisit your program later, or you want others to understand your code. So basically, I will not tick this. Yeah. And then the next one, a main method, definitely need this. Square bracket, the curly braces is following the main method, as you can see. Yeah, right here. Definitely need this. Then you want to print a line of text, you must have the text and the print. Yeah. I will go with this 4. Let's see if later you see I'm correct or not. So next, print. This print line, text. This one is easy, right? Print one line of text, print 2 line of text. Yeah, I'll go with this one. This one, print 2 line of text separate by a blank line. It does not have a like escape character followed by n, or the escape the empty string. It does not have this, so it's 2 lines of text. For the next one, the 5th question. How do we modify 6 layer of cake, 4th birthday? So layer is equals to 6, and then h equals to 4, but need to see carefully. So this one definitely wrong. Set val h equals to 6, but it's 4, so this one is wrong also. So left these 2. The difference is this is a string, this is a number of integer. Yeah. So as you know, this one they use the integer, and then if you think logically, h is also a number. Like h is just a number, and so you can see this is definitely is this one. Both of these are number or integer. So this is, I will go with this one. And then finally, we come to the last question here for this activity in this pathway. So create message name. It looks a bit complicated, right? It includes like this symbol here, this weird symbol I mentioned just now. So which of this is valid? Yeah, but if you look carefully, it has a hint for you. This is a string in. So when you look for this, you just look for string in, because they need to following the order. So you cannot like you just put the in first and then hoping this in the program will know you actually mean the first thing is the h. Yeah, you actually cannot hope like that. You must write in this order, string in. So this one string in. So I will check this first, then see this one. This one is not string. This one is not in, and then this one is not string. So I'll go with this one. So we check again. We answer all questions already. So we just submit to see what's our score. Okay, congratulations. We just scored 6 out of 6. And then you can see, congratulations, you have passed this pathway. Yeah, it's just this easy. You just look through the tutorial, answer all the things, and then you just answer the quiz, and then you already can pass this pathway. So this is basically just this. So right now it's already 10 p.m. So I guess we'll now have a 5-minute break, and then later we'll continue with the next pathway, the Android basics, which you can finally start to get in touch for this Android Studio thing. And then you can get to install this together. Yeah, so right now.
I'll take that as a no. All right, Hafiz, you're up.
Okay, hi guys. My name is Hafiz. I hope you all are still wide awake, because now we will move forward to the second pathway of this session. In this pathway, we will learn on how to set up our Android Studio software and run our very first Android application. Okay, first, what is Android Studio? Android Studio is an integrated development environment, IDE. But what is IDE? IDE is basically like a workshop. It contains many tools to help us in doing our job. In our case, Android Studio helps us in building our mobile app. Android Studio integrates all the necessary tools for developer to build an app. Okay. Move to the next. These are the main features of Android Studio. Actually, Android Studio contains a lot more features, but we're going to show these four. Firstly, it can show real-time previews of the code that we type. Let's say we insert a line of code that will display a text in the app. As we type in, the Android Studio will display the text on the screen in real time. Okay, second, it can show error on codes. If there is any error like syntax error, it will display squiggly line under the code. So with that, we can prevent ourselves from doing typos or any other error on the code. Okay, third, Android Studio have the ability to show code suggestion as we type in. With this suggestion, it will ease the coding process, as we do not need to type in the code word by word or letter by letter. We just need to pick which suggestion that we want to use. So it's very make the coding process easy. The fourth, Android Studio allow us to run the application on physical device or on emulator or virtual device. And an emulator is built in Android Studio, which allow us to test our app without the need of physical device. But it come at a cost. It will cost us a bit of RAM. So that's the down part of it. Okay, I guess enough talking. Let's go to activity 2. We're gonna skip activity 1 because actually it's just a video that I already explained in previous slide. Okay. First of all, go to this link over here. Here we're gonna download our Android Studio. Go to developer.android.com/studio. Okay, and here we have a button over here, download Android Studio. But this is for Windows. If any of you that use Mac OS or Linux can click download option button and choose whichever that suit your OS. For me, I'm using Windows, so I'm just gonna click here, download Android Studio. Click I have read and download. Okay, now. Oops. Okay, now it will start downloading the Android Studio. The speed depends on your internet, and I hope your internet are good to download because it's pretty big. Almost 1 gigabyte. Yeah. If you have any question, just let me know in the chat. I can read it. So we're almost done. Okay, now we're done. Hopefully you are too. If you all not done yet, I can wait a minute, maybe. Okay. By the way, Android Studio, there's a minimum specification to use Android Studio because the minimum specification is 8 gigabit. If you use 4 gigabit of RAM, your laptop or your PC will not support. So I advise you to use at least 8. For mine, I use 16. So it's definitely can run Android Studio. So if you're all done, click run the file here. Okay, the installer file. Okay, click next. Okay, in this page over here, there's a checkbox here, Android virtual device. Make sure it's ticked because we will use Android virtual device after this. And by default, just click next. This is the path. Just click next and install. Basically, to install it, just click next, and install. And then after this, click finish. Yeah, the 8 gigabit is the minimum. Below that, I'm not advised to, yeah, you need to upgrade your RAM. Okay, now we are done install and click finish. Okay, actually now we will move on back to the slide. Okay, now actually for pathway 2, for activity 2, actually just download and install. Very simple and easy. Now let's go to activity 3. In activity 3, we will run our very first application, Android application. So now I think let's get back to Android Studio. Okay, first of all, before we can run our application, what we need to do is we need to create new project. So just click the button over here. I hope you all can keep up with me. If not, just let me know. Create new project. Okay, first, after we click, there's window say select a project template. So basically here, if we select the template, the Android Studio will create the template for us. So like here we have basic activity template suitable for Node app. So here we have Google Maps, login. Yeah. So but for now we will go with empty activity. Click next. Okay, here we can name our app. So I will just stick with my application. So the name of my app is my application. So okay, everything just left as default. And here, make sure you pick Kotlin because we are currently in Kotlin Study Jam. Okay. Over here, minimum SDK. So what is SDK? SDK is software development kit. Okay, but what is minimum SDK? Minimum SDK means the minimum Android version that your app can run. So basically, if we choose API 16 Android Jelly Bean as the minimum SDK, our app can run from Android Jelly Bean until Android 11. Okay, that's minimum SDK. If we choose, let's say, Android 9 as the minimum SDK, our app can only be run on Android 9, 10, and 11. The older version cannot run the app. So for now, we will just go with the minimum that we have, Android Jelly Bean, and click finish. Okay, now this is our Android Studio. Currently, it's building the template of our application. But before we can run our application, we need to create our virtual device first. Okay, now go to the top right of your Android Studio. We have this little button over here called AVD Manager. Click that. Okay, and a pop-up window will appear. Here we have Create Virtual Device button and click Create. Okay, here we have wide choice to create our virtual device. We actually can create TV, phone, smartwatch, tablet, and I think this is for car. Okay, but we're gonna go with phone. And here we have many and mobile model that we can choose. For me, I'm gonna go with 3AXL. It doesn't matter. You can use this later when you want to try your app, whether it's compatible with lower dimension or height dimension. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with 3ASL and click next. Okay, over here, actually in this page we can pick what Android version that we want the virtual device to run. So we have Android 11 here, Android 10, Android 9, and until Android Lollipop, we have choice here, Android 5. So for me, first, okay, Li Yan Yi asks how do I get to this page? This button over here, can you see it? Click this. Top right, it says AVD Manager. Okay. Okay, now we get back to the session. For me, okay, first, okay, let's say I want to go with Android 10. So you need to click download first. Okay, I already download, so I have no the download button over here. So click next. Okay, I hope you all can follow me. Okay, for the AVD name, basically the name of our virtual device. For me, I'm just gonna go with the default one because the default one already explain what the device is, what the model and what the Android version. Yeah, and basically nothing else. Just click finish. So here we are. We have already created our very first virtual device. So here we can run. Actually, we can run our mobile device. Just click launch. It will take some time to run. Okay, this pop-up basically because I have anti-cheat installed, so never mind. Okay, it will take some time, but I'm gonna show you the project first. So this is our project directory. So here is the code for our project basically. Oops. Wait. Why my? Sorry, I think this is the problem with my Android Studio. Okay, never mind. We just gonna see the project first. Here we can see this is the code, the template that the Android Studio create for us. Actually, we already can run our code, and it will display the template that we choose before. Just click run over here first. You can choose device. I go with the emulator over here and click run. I hope it will not break this time. Weird bug. Okay, first it will start the phone. Okay, now we're done. We already run our very first application. Congratulations, you all are now mobile developer. So basically this is the template that we just created, the Android Studio created for us. This is the name of our app and this is the text. Basically, okay, here, over here, activity main, we can customize what we want, but we're gonna learn with this in the next session. For now, we will not touch it. Okay, I think that's all for pathway 3. That's all for pathway 3, and then for pathway 4, I will not go into it because in this pathway we're gonna learn on how to run our app on our mobile device. You all can explore it by yourself after this. We're gonna go skip right to the quiz. Hopefully you all ready. We're gonna answer this together. Okay. Actually, it doesn't matter if we answer it wrong because we can always answer it again. There's no limit to answer. Okay. First question, what does IDE stand for? Anyone can let me know what's your answer on this question? And Pavindran Naidu. Okay. Many of you. Your answer is A. Integrated development environment. I think it's very easy. And I think the keyword here is integrated because basically Android Studio integrates all the necessary tools for developer to build an app. So that's my answer for question 1, A. Okay, let's move to the second question. Which of the following are advantages of using Android Studio? This is multiple answer question, so we can pick as many as we think is correct. So let's go one by one. It can help prevent typos or other mistake in your code. I think this is correct because Android Studio have the ability to show error on codes before we run the app, so we actually can know when we type in the code. So I think it is correct. Second, it comes with a virtual device called an emulator that can run your app. I think yes, because we just saw it before. Yeah, this is the emulator. So yeah, correct. Third, it can show you a real-time preview of how your app will look on screen while you code. Yes, I think this is correct because we already see in the slide. This is one of the features of Android Studio. Lastly, it can automatically translate your app into other language. I'm not sure about this because I don't know if I think Android Studio does not have this capability. So I will just left it blank. You can answer it. If you think this is true, you can put it through. But I will leave with A, B, and C. So let's go with third question. What does minimum SDK refer to in an Android Studio project? So you can share your answer. I think this is pretty simple question and direct. Okay. So we take a look one by one. The minimum amount of storage that your app requires for download. And I think no, because that's not what minimum SDK means. Second, minimum number of device that your app can access. I think not so. Third, minimum download speed that your app requires. Download speed, I think download speed depends on your internet bandwidth. It does not depend on your Android. It's not what minimum SDK means. Yeah. The fourth one, minimum version of Android that your app can run. Yes. I think the answer for this question is the last one, the minimum version of Android that your app can run. Okay. Let's move to the next question. Fourth question. What is the purpose of using a virtual device or emulator in Android Studio? Okay, first, to show a variety of error messages to users. I think this is not the right answer. Maybe because that's not what emulator is for. Second, to experiment with app code safely. I think this may be true because we can experiment with the code. So let's say we just left it. Maybe can pick. Okay, third, to test your app on a device without having that physical device. This is also correct because with the presence of virtual device, we can run the application without the need of physical device. Okay, last, to see what your app looks like in web browser. I think we develop Android application for Android, not for web browsers. So I think this is not a suitable answer. So actually we have two answers over here. So I think it's up to us to choose which one we think the best answer. For me, I will go with the third answer, to test your app on device without having that physical device. Okay. Fifth question. In Android Studio, what is a project template good for? Okay. This is a multiple answer question. The first one, it causes Android Studio to download file faster. I think not so because, as I said before, it depends on your internet speed. So I will just leave it blank. The second, it makes getting started on building a new app faster. yeah, why not? Because before this, we just click create project, and then we already carry our project. So that's very fast. We do not need to type anything. Third one, it provides a structure that follows best practice. Yes, the template. I think yes, because the template is made with the best practice for us to follow. Yeah. So I think I will check this. Okay. Fourth one, it is the only way to build apps that can preview in Android Studio. I think not so, because actually it's we have many ways to code. The template is just the best practice for us to follow. So I think this is not a suitable answer, because we have many ways to build an app. Last one, it makes building a new app less error prone by pre-populating the project with some app code. I think this is correct. Okay, so my answer for this question is B, C, and E. You all can answer any question that you think is correct. If it's wrong, doesn't matter, you all can just try it again. Okay, the last question for this quiz, how do you create a new project in Android Studio? Okay, A, log out of Android Studio and navigate to your project folder to find instruction. I don't think we have to sign in or log out in Android Studio. So I think maybe not A to me. B, if you have a project already open, select file, new project from the Android Studio menu. So let's see together. File, new project. Oh yes, I think this is correct. So I will go with B. But let's go see the C answer. In the Welcome to Android Studio window, click Start a new Android Studio project. Wait, this is also correct, because when we first install Android Studio, it display the Welcome window. So that's where we start creating our Android Studio project. So I think B and C is correct, but let's wait first. Go to the next answer. Create a new file on your computer and title it New Android Studio Project. I think no, because that's not how it works. But if you think correct, just answer it. You can see the answer if after we submit. Okay, fifth, both B and C are ways to create a new project in Android Studio. Yes, I think this is what I want, the answer that I want. I think B and C is correct. Lastly, none of the above. No, I think I will go with this. Both B and C are ways to create. Okay, now we have answer all the question. I will click submit. Congratulations. I got CL6 and I hope you all are too. If you all don't get full mark, or yeah, if you all don't get full mark, just answer it again. Yeah. Okay, now I think that's all for pathway 2. You all have any question about this? I can wait a minute. Basically, for this pathway, we just learn on how to install Android Studio and run our very first app. In the next session, we learn on how to code a little bit. So stay tuned. If no one have question, I will pass the session back to Maral. Okay, Maral.
All right, guys. I hope it was informative session for you all, and we're gonna have more and more of this Kotlin Jam. I think 4 more session, and we're gonna learn more interesting stuff, and you're gonna be able to customize your own app starting with UI next session. So what we have left for this session is earning our badges. So we should earn the first badge from the first pathway, which is this shape or whatever. And the second pathway will be looking like this. And I'm going to show you guys how you can earn it, but it's actually automatically, it's going to be in your profile, developer profile. So if you're in this page of this website, if you click on, if you hover on this setting icon, you see there that it's showing up Google Developer Profile, and you can click on it and you see your profile. It's gonna look like something like this. And if you haven't signed up, you have to sign up. It's going to ask you for some credential addresses. So you have to fill out, do the process till you reach to your profile. And after doing these quizzes, which we have done 2 today, and this is the first quiz. So since I have already signed in into my account here, it's showing me you earned the introduction to Kotlin badge. So you can view your profile and it's automatically there and you can see it. But if you haven't signed in, it's going to show up you haven't signed in, and you have to sign in order to gain your badges. So you have to do the same for both of the after both of the quizzes. So, and let's have a recap that what we have learned today. So if you recall that in the beginning of the session, we asked you guys, what's your goal and how you're going to achieve them. In this session, we took baby steps to get closer to build our own very first app. And we learned what is Kotlin, what is program, and we got the chance to print out the very famous statement in programming, which is hello world. And we installed Android Studio, and we got to know what is Android Studio SDK and what is IDE. So, and if you guys are more curious and want to learn more, you can refer to this website that we already shared with you, and in each pathway you can see there is a summary as well as some extra resources for you to learn, so you can refer to them and learn more. And lastly, I would like to ask you guys, if you have enjoyed this session, we would like to see your posts and photos from this session, and post it in your Instagram page with the hashtag of Android Study Jams, and tag us and tag our account as well. DSC UM will be happy to see you shared posts. And next is again Q&A session. If you guys have anything asked there, we're gonna respond to you, and then we're gonna call it a day and we're gonna say goodbye. I hope you guys enjoyed this session. I think I wasn't sharing my screen, right?
Yeah, you didn't.
Oh my God, why no one said anything? I forgot. Okay, I'm gonna show the badges again. So yeah, I'm sharing. So yeah, again, for your badges, if you want to see your profile, developer profile, so we're if you're in this page, you can see this setting icon setting, which if you hover on it, it says Google Developer Profile. And you're going to be able to see your profile, something similar to this. And if you haven't signed up, you have to do your credential and sign up and do the process to complete and reach to this page. And so at the very end of completing each of these quizzes, you will see there, if you have already logged in, you see there it's saying you earned your badge since you have passed the quiz. So, and then if you click on this button here, you're going to see your profile and with your badge. Otherwise, if you're not signed in, it's going to give you the a message box that it's going to be around here that it's saying sign in order to earn your badge, and it's automatically going to be in your profile. Yeah, and that was all. And if you guys want to share anything with us on social media and Instagram page, we will be happy to share and see your posts. So don't forget, our ID is dsc.um, and I hope you guys enjoyed the session. And sorry for my technical issue that I forgot to share my screen. So Q&A session. Let's see, what are your questions? Yeah, don't forget that this is not the end. We're gonna start with more interesting sessions later on every week. We're gonna have a session.